got the win.
The Chiefs are heading to the Super Bowl.
Now, get the gear. The Kansas City Chiefs are AFC champs. And you can get your hands on the official trophy collection.
Back-to-back AFC champions.
Including the championship t-shirt and hat.
You're gonna have to deal with the Chiefs.
They wore it on the field. Now you can wear it everywhere. Shop now and get free shipping at NFLshop.com.
Celebrate the champs with the official trophy collection at NFLshop.com. Folks, you can now get the t-shirt and cap worn on field by the players and coaches today with free shipping. Check out NFLshop.com for the best assortment of championship styles. Shop now and celebrate the win.
This is the State Farm postgame show.
Well, some said they couldn't, some doubted them, some wrote them off, but right here in the home of the Wire, the Kansas City Chiefs showed us all that the Kings stay the king. And for the fourth time in 5 years, the Chiefs are heading to the Super Bowl. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to the State Farm postgame show. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 minutes and one couple's mission to save wild animals around the world. That'll be followed by 3 back-to-back episodes of Make That Yellowstone. That's coming up tonight, right here on CBS. And back here with the full house, started with Boomer, JJ, of course, the triple threat, Nate Burleson, Coach Bill Cowher, and Phil Simms. I'm sorry, what's Patrick Mahomes' number?
15.
15 different.
Yeah, he was. Listen, Patrick Mahomes in the first half was tremendous. He was borderline great. But in the second half, what did he do well? He managed the game. And he did an awesome job. No turnovers by Kansas City. They got 66 yards in total offense until that play against Marquez Valdez-Scantling as Travis Kelce. Hey,
with Taylor Swift.
To the victors go everything. I don't know what else to say.
Phil, life is good, huh?
Yeah, life is good. It is. But I'll say this. Kansas City coaches did a great job. And now, if you're the Baltimore Ravens, this was a Super Bowl team they had. This is going to hurt for a long time.
And I think they got away from what got them here. They're the #1 rushing team in the National Football League, and they only had 8 design runs the entire time. Yep. Give a lot of credit to Steve Spagnuolo.
Yep.
What he did, and had Lamar Jackson uncomfortable all night long. Yeah. Blitzing, man-to-man, zone, mixing it up, and that's what Steve Spagnuolo is. A masterful defensive coordinator, a little bit short-handed without Willie Gay. He did a great job tonight keeping Lamar Jackson under wraps.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, they struggled to find some chemistry early on, and it kind of bled into the rest of the game. Now, on the flip side, the Kansas City Chiefs, they knew exactly what they were doing. Patrick Mahomes knows exactly where his bread is buttered, and that's the pass catcher of Travis Kelce. I mean, he was cooking from the very beginning of the game. Let's just check out what he was doing. And I want you to pay attention. He's going to move around a ton. Here he is, a short slant route right over the middle of the field. And here, perfect coverage, but the ball low and away from the DB. He catches it falling down for the touchdown. And here, just the 2 guys being on the same page. You said it's football telepathy, Coach. And you're right. And there it is, once again, over the middle, making plays. Travis Kelce was unstoppable today.
Those Chiefs were great, but the Ravens hurt themselves at times tonight. Yeah. Those penalties at key moments, big time. We talked before the game about handling your emotions and keeping those in check. There were times today where it just seemed like those got away from him a little bit, and that hurt.
I would just say Travis Kelce, so much for being distracted, because he wasn't distracted and hasn't been distracted the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I would also say we talked about controlling your emotions. The Baltimore Ravens showed a lot of bad emotion in this game. And one player in particular, Zay Flowers, he's going to be a really good player. Yeah. He learned a very valuable lesson out here on this field tonight.
Hey, boom. Distracted, I would say encouraged.
Yes.
Travis
Very
Kelce.
good, yes.
Hey, folks, now let's send it over to Jim Nantz for the presentation of the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
Thank you, JB. It is that time for the Lamar Hunt Trophy presentation. And with the honors, the Chief Legend and Hall of Famer Jan Stenerud to present the trophy to Clark Hunt.
Thank you, Jim. On behalf of the NFL, I'm so happy to present the Lamar Hunt Trophy to Clark Hunt, the chairman and the CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations, Bob. So happy for you.
You've never had a chance to accept this trophy in a visiting stadium. This team had to go on the road twice to get here. What's this moment like for this franchise and for your family?
It's such a special night for us. First of all, I want to give God the glory, and I want to congratulate the Ravens on an amazing year. 4 years ago, when you handed us our first Lamar Hunt trophy, I gave it to my mom, and the first thing she did was kiss it. That moment showed how much she loved my dad and how much she loved the Kansas City Chiefs. She would be so proud of Andy Reid, our coaching staff, and the entire team tonight. Chiefs Kingdom, we're going back to the Super Bowl.
Congratulations. I knew you were going to bring up Norma, and she's in everybody's thoughts. Thank you, Clark. Congratulations. Come on here. The Reid family is celebrating. Andy, you've got your hands on another one. This one has to be extra special the way you want it.
Oh, it's great. I'm so proud of these guys right here. So proud of them. I'm proud of the job that John has done here in Baltimore. He's a phenomenal football coach. The city's lucky to have him. This is different doing it down here in Baltimore, but it's a great city. We appreciate the hospitality. Most of all, though, Kansas City, we love you, man.
I tell you, the way your team played, all around, both sides of the ball, Coach Spags and his defense, and that plan really worked well today, too.
Spags did an amazing job. Really, all our coordinators did. Nagy on the offensive side, Dave Tobe with the special teams. It was a joint effort. Everybody rallied it together. But Spags, that defense, man, they were dirty tough today.
I look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas. Congratulations, Andy.
Jim, I appreciate you. Thank you. Nobody better.
Thank you, pal. I appreciate you. Patrick Mahomes, come on in here. Take that trophy and hoist it in the air. You deserve it. You relish the role of taking this team on the road twice to be able to get to the promised land. And now you've done it. And now you have a chance to go back-to-back for the first time in 20 years in the NFL. How important would that be to this team?
Yeah, it would be awesome. I knew going on the road we were going to be okay. We got a lot of dogs in that locker room. And those guys came to play today, defense, offense, special teams. And we came back, and like Clark said, we were going to win this trophy with Norma's Hunt name on our jersey. We promise you that. So we went out and got that thing.
Congratulations, man. Let me bring in Travis.
Bring in the big guy.
Who had an amazing game. You became today, during this win, you became the all-time postseason leader in receptions in the playoffs. You moved past Jerry Rice. I know it was all about the win, but this was legendary stuff that happened out here today.
Shout out to Jerry Rice, baby. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs, and believe it. You gotta fight for your right to party! Believe it, baby. We're going to Las Vegas, Nevada, to go get us another one.
Nothing more can be said. The Chiefs are the AFC champions. Congratulations. Let's go back to James Brown and all the crew.
And Jim, Bill Cowher really summed it up best as he whispered in my ear, nothing like the grace and humility with which the Chiefs have shown what a winning attitude is all about. And the State Farm postgame show continues after this.
Did you know Super Bowl 58 on CBS streams live on Paramount Plus?
Can we get a selfie?
Of course.
Next stop, Vegas. Here we come.
Super Bowl 58 is on the horizon, and Vegas is calling. Folks, we're just 14 days away, so join us that on February the 11th for a night where champions are crowned and legends are written. Coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, so don't miss any of the action. Super Bowl 58 only on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. As we welcome you back to the State Farm postgame show, I must go to the fraternity to talk about what we can't wait and their final thoughts.
Certainly can't wait for Super Bowl 58 to see Patrick Mahomes and his team back in there. They certainly deserve it. He's a difference maker. We've never seen anybody quite like him, and I think we all could agree with that. For Lamar Jackson, this is a tough loss. In the beginning of the show, I was talking about two guys that were under the most pressure this weekend. One was Lamar because he had to win this home game right here, and so much has been said about it, and he's heard all of it. And the other one is Brock Purdy for the San Francisco 49ers, just simply because of all the expectations that they are.
Yeah, and I think we have to give a lot of credit to that Chiefs defense tonight. Spags and that defense has done a great job. He loves to blitz, loves to use those DBs. He's got the big guys up front, Chris Jones, George Karlaftis. He also has L'Jarius Sneed covering. He's got guys blitzing all over the place. So it's been a lot of fun to watch that defense, and they stymied one of the best offenses in the league today.
You know, I love this defense for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, do what you do, but do it boldly. We know that they like to bring pressure, and they didn't shy away from that. Matter of fact, they dialed it up a notch. In the first half, they blitzed him every other play. Basically, I'm talking 50% of the time. And then when they ran with the ball, like you see Zay Flowers diving for the end zone, they were very aggressive with their hands. You have Lamar Jackson, one of the most dynamic players of all time. The Kansas City Chiefs, they knew exactly what the task was at hand. And they said, we are going to be more physical. We are going to suffocate the line of scrimmage. We're going to make sure that we keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket and make it difficult for him for 4 quarters. And they did that. So as much as we're going to compliment Travis Kelce going 11 for 11 catches and big-time touchdown in this game, and Patrick Mahomes being the GOAT of this generation, we have to mention that defense, because for majority of the season, this was the most consistent side of the ball for this team.
And it was the back end, too, Nate. When you talk about this defense, you're talking about L'Jarius Sneed, you're talking about Trent McDuffie, you're talking about Justin Reed.
Yeah.
They bring a lot of different things. They give you a lot of different looks. And you got to have smart players back there. You got to have versatile players back there that can play multiple positions. And Steve Spagnuolo is masterful. This is not the same game plan they went against Buffalo last week. He caters it week in and week out, switched things up. And you sit there and you saw Lamar so many times, just not sure what he sees back there. And that kind of confusion led him into the frustration and turned the football over like he did, Phil.
Yeah, you know, it's tough to stay with the game plan sometimes. Oh, we're going to blitz Lamar Jackson. We're going to play him this way, and you know you just got to sit there and worry that the big play's coming. But they did a great job here. We don't say this enough. Kansas City Chiefs are tough. Yeah. They are tough. They're proving they've been through battles. And just think about what they did this year, especially at the end of the year. The offense kind of changed. Yeah. We're going to do this. We're going to run it. We're going to protect our tackles. We're going to manage the game. We're not the high-flying act anymore. They bought into it, and they've 100%. Done it here late in the year, and they were hot at the end of the year. That's when you want to get hot.
And certainly we know that the coach on the other side, that being John Harbaugh, saw that firsthand, and he's standing by with our Evan Washburn.
Well, Coach, first of all, we really appreciate your time. Obviously, it's an abrupt way to end a season, a special season. What was the right message to the guys in the locker room after this one?
Well, I mean, I told them to walk out of here with their heads held high and their chests out and eyes straight ahead, you know, and you never know what lessons you're going to learn from every experience that you have, but whatever it is, it's going to be inside, and you go forward and make a new beginning from where we're at, and that's what we're going to do. I mean, I love these guys, everything they gave, every heart, every bead of sweat, you know, every tough situation they fought through to accomplish what they did. You're proud of that, you know. Today we weren't good enough. We didn't win the game. Congratulations to the Chiefs. They won the game, but it doesn't take one thing away from what they've done, what they did all year, who they are, and I'm proud of every single one of them.
Understanding, again, the moment's raw, but this game was close. It was one score down the stretch there. What do you think stood in the way?
Plays were made, you know. We didn't make enough plays. They made the plays to win the game.
And lastly, you touched on it, just the foundation that this group, each year is different, I understand that, but that this team built as you guys move forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the journey. That's the thing. That's kind of the point of the whole thing. And that's what I'm excited about going forward. But, you know, let's just kind of get through tonight and you know, make our plans going forward.
Coach, again, utmost respect for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Evan. Let me just say this. I've lost 4 home AFC championship games, and it's the most disappointing thing you can go through because you're that close with that kind of support with the fans. You feel like you let down the city. You feel like you let down your team. You feel like you didn't do enough as a coach. So this is something that sits with you, and I said before, the hardest game to lose. But for John Harbaugh, he is resilient. He will be back, and it's a good football team. No question about it.
Yeah, and they still might hang their hat on the fact that Lamar Jackson is the regular season MVP. It was one hell of a year leading up to this point, but we have to spin it forward. Now you have the Kansas City Chiefs back in the Super Bowl once again. This is their 4th appearance in 5 years. They have 2 weeks to prepare for either the Lions or the 49ers. Oh, boy.
Patrick Mahomes now ties Peyton Manning, Terry Bradshaw, some of those names as in playoff wins. He's one away from sitting alone in third place in playoff wins. The man has done an unbelievable job in a short amount of time.
It's hard to believe how good he has gotten over the last 6 years, Phil. We saw him that first game, his rookie year in Denver, and he's gotten better and better and better. And the best part about it, he's totally healthy. And you can see that on
which
the
is
field.
scary.
Yes.
Yeah, he played a really good game. Boomer, you lost playoff games as a quarterback, so did I, and you know what comes after it. I can't even imagine in today's world how much pressure or how much talk it's going to be about Lamar.
Yeah.
But he had a tremendous year.
He did.
He's a good guy, and he played hard.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
One ticket punch to Las Vegas. That is Kansas City. Up next, it'll be the Detroit Lions at the San Francisco 49ers. That game coming up on Fox. The ticket there to be punched. Folks, thank you for tuning in here on CBS. We'll see you soon in Las Vegas.